A long time we waited in the background, like some unwanted family member. But now with the Tyrannosaurus returning to the game, a new dawn is upon us. And in this kingdom of animals, there are no heroes, only villains, and the most savage is king. So I loaded up the game, and had only one achievement in mind, to survive and make it to the top of the food chain. But that, of course, is easier said than done. So for now, let's take it back to where it all began. Alright, we are in after hours of trying to get in. Now, I don't normally play on the horde testing servers, but this is Rex. I kinda just want to play it. Don't even know if I'm going to record this, to be honest. We'll see what happens. Just like thousands of other players scattered across the world, I started in a customization screen. Give me that rabbit. Ah, I've got a bit of food. That's a decent little start. Start getting a little bit of growth in. Only slightly bigger than a rabbit, I survived day one. Somebody else's ball. There we go. Should probably head towards the water, but yeah, this server is a very chunky feeling, like, because for those who don't know, this is the test server, the official test server. They call it horde testing, and it's where they test all the new dinosaurs and everything. So look at me, I'm beautiful. Hopefully I can get to adult in my first crack and I don't actually get killed. So I'm just going to play it safe, live off the AI, not push anything silly. Because this thing, you know, it's going to take as long as a trike to grow. Which is no doubt like 10 hours plus. If you don't have a perfect diet, that's what it's going to be like anyway. 27% growth only after all, like holy crap. It started at like 25 or something. On the second day, I found a dead deer and was feeding off of it. But so was another Rex, one slightly bigger, and I wasn't sticking around to find out if it wanted to share. Well, that was my first encounter with another Rex. I saw him and I ducked off. After all, that Rex had a lot more growth than me. And it might consider me a punching bag, a training dummy, to practice its abilities. I've heard lots of little Rexes, I've seen a few dead little bodies, so I am just playing it safe. Listen to those sounds coming from my bad boy. He sounds nasty. He's only a baby. There's a little Rexy down there. Just like the Rex before me, I was going to steal this deer from another juvenile. But then it slid off the cliff and disappeared. Life works in mysterious ways. Am I going to be able to live? Getting off of here. Crap. I may have just like killed myself, quite possibly. I'm alive. There's a cave under here too. Let's took a bit of damage. As the nighttime once again arrived, I was now big enough to hunt my own food. But the pigs were bugged out and couldn't damage me anyway. Just living off AI. For some reason that ball couldn't do like no damage to me. Not sure why. So I'm not going to complain. I think I need a bit of a better hiding spot. 30% growth. Yeah, it's going to be as long as the trike. When the sun was up on day 4, I found some more food. And, hey guys, a couple of juveniles. Alright, so, the water looks different, I swear. This is not what it used to look like. I was truly starting to feel the pain, as it had been a week now in-game, and I was still a juvenile. That's 4 hours of gameplay. Well, I'll take that deer if I can. There we go, I'm getting a bit bigger now. Then cut, edited and trimmed down to about 5 minutes so far. So if you are enjoying the video, please, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to drop a like on it for me. I'd truly appreciate it. Eat, eat, eat. Let's go. That should give me yes. Yeah, cool. I didn't even bother to sniff it. I'm starting to see corpses with flies around them now, so I guess they've fixed that. See, that's fresh, maybe? There's no flies around there, so it should be alright. Might have to cross over. The water definitely looks different. It looks nice. It's more like clear waters than swamp waters. There we go, gastrolith, sweet. We're gonna need some of these. I was trying to maintain the best diet that I could, but at the same time, I didn't want to be spotted by other Rexes and killed for sport. Now we go get some more food. That way we can get this growth going as fast as possible. The better the diet, the faster I'll grow, so. It's also a bit risky because, you know, running around in the open. So it's a bit of a trade-off. I was getting ready to find a spot for the night, to buckle down and just grow. But that's when I heard the footsteps approaching from behind me, and fast. An adult Carnotaurus had knocked me over, but then two called. A friendly call. Not sure why, maybe it was toying with me. But I wasn't going to stick around and find out the hard way. What was that about? That Carno just let me live, I think. Battery missed and accidentally hit his two call. That was a bit weird. Man, he was tracking me pretty well through the bushes. 5 hours in or so, and I was still a juvenile. Now that's kind of crazy. But damn could I run fast. I've noticed Rex seems to have a pretty good night vision. Like Trikes is a nightmare. There's the water down there. But Rex seems to have pretty good night vision and really good scent range. I'm able to pick up scents from quite far away. Oh. That wasn't buggy at all. I spotted a little dinosaur running through the bush. At first, because of the size difference, I thought it was a growing raptor. That's a raptor. And it was roughly about here where it occurred to me these were little Rexes. I thought it was a raptor, so it's another Rex. I'm in too deep now. I actually thought that was a raptor. I was confused. And just like that, a Rex killer has been born. Alright. Here's what it is. I had to test my moves. So I've got like a knockdown, I've got a pen. This is interesting. Should I eat them? No, because they're not on my... I'm not a cannibal, so... I get the muscle spasms. So which way is the water? I need to go back down this way. At first, yeah, I just thought that was a raptor, so... And just in case you guys want to know, always have this one turned off, guys, too. Otherwise, it's like going to automatically do your ult bites. You want to be in full control of your ult bite, so... I got the foliage, like, unticked because I think it, like, makes a huge difference in performance, so... I thought I'd quickly show you that one too, guys, so... Yes, I have control of my manual ult bites. And you should too. The better diet you got, the faster you'll grow. And I still needed some bars. But for me to find that, I'd have to travel down the river and to the coast, and look for turtles. There's no turtles, eh? Oh yeah, so when I grab it, I like pick it up. That's pretty cool. It's because I'm big enough now. But I never did find any turtles, and would end up making my way into the swamp. That's kind of annoying. Now it's about to be dark again. Yep, another night in solitude, and I didn't move until the sun rose. Just noticed something, I haven't even broadcasted once. I may as well do it before I get to Subadog, just so I know what it sounds like. My pipes were getting louder, and my legs were getting faster. Jesus. I just went deep. But crossing through the swamp, I got covered in algae. In fact, that algae would be stuck on my body for a very long time. It was bugged out. Maya. Little Maya. See how quick I am? Like, by the time I was at it, it just had no idea. I wanted to open it up. But from here on, the bigger I get, I'll start to slow down. Okay, that's kind of bugging out. I'm just gonna eat from it, because I'm too hungry. So, that was trippy. I definitely can't eat bone. Can I eat bones? I can eat bones. Like a Dinosaurus, maybe. Oh no, what a mistake. Well, there was only one way to find that out. The hard way, I guess. Far out, that's annoying. I was struggling to find any more AI down here at the swamp. And now with the food poisoning and my stomach dropped down to like 20%, I decided to make my way back up the river. This could be a problem. A tiny little pest, a troodon, was trying to kill me. If there was more than one of it, I could have been in some serious trouble. But it was alone, and that was the last time I ever saw it. As you can tell, I'm a little bit hungry. Man, I went all the way to the swamp and back. Oh, well, that's awesome. This is one slow-growing animal. The shadows make the FPS look so bad. I'm not gonna lie, the way they like... Doink, doink. The way they move is annoying. Can I drink? There's a helicopter pad. I was now at 46% growth. Almost 50%. I'd lost count of how many days I'd been alive. And I was still technically a juvenile. Maybe my night vision gets worse the bigger I get too. I've got to keep that in mind. That could be a thing. Listen to the sounds coming out of this bad boy. He's sounding nasty. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, I'm having a lot of fun just being on a Rex. And a Evrima gateway, you know, like... Pretty crazy. Been waiting for this one for a very long time. I know this is only the horde testing service. Like I said in the past, I normally don't play on a horde testing service, but this is Rex. This one matters to me. I know there was a buggy early version of it, like, on some random server that everybody was playing, but I did not want to spoil it. Over 8 hours of gameplay, and I was finally starting to tower over the modern animals. Even the wild pigs felt like they were the size of a rabbit, and I still had a long way to go. I think the charge just knocks them around. I don't think it really does damage. It might do fracture damage. Perfect. Oh yeah, I'm loving this. I'm just loving this. I'm starting to feel the size, you know, the body weight, the stamina, the speed. Yeah, the king is back. Tyrannosaurus has arrived. Where was my cave? Back over here. Look how cool this little cave is. This is my little home. I'm gonna live here for ages. Just wait for the AI to appear. Eat the AI. Drink down there. Just gotta be careful because there is some crocodiles upriver. I can hear them every now and then. It's gonna get to that point where Rexes are gonna be killing each other on sight just over, you know, food. Because I'm starting to feel like that. Like there's not much to go around now. Oh, there's a tiny little attacker there. Little Trudon killed this pig. I'm gonna try to wash this algae off again. It's not gonna work. Nope. Oh, it's finally got... Nope. I thought it got washed off for a second. See, normally you just wash it off and it's over. It's definitely bugged out for me. I'm terrified of other Rexes killing me. I'm having nightmares of it. Daydreaming nightmares. One's gonna come just screaming out the bush at me. I suppose I'm gonna be doing it to others too. It's a part of the life cycle. I was now big enough to eat an entire deer in a single bite. I'm finally a sub-adult. That whole time I was just a large juvenile, now I'm a young sub-adult. Wow. I was actually thinking it was bugged out, it was just taking that long. Well, I made it to sub-adult. Second mutation, I'm probably going with Gastro if we've got it. I'm definitely going with Gastro, I think. Alright, I'm still going to go with Gastro though. Alright, I am a sub-adult. After 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it took me 7 hours, roughly, to get to sub-adult. Holy crap, does this look different? I've never been here, or this is just purely new. How much of the map have they changed? This is awesome. This looks like something from the past, like one of the original maps, but with high detail. That's what this looks like. V1, I think it was called. See, this is a test server, and for the maps in the Isle, they are always changing. Things come and go, and it's for the best. And you've got a lot more gear for you. You're like, do I really want to risk it? Like, I've seen a couple now, and I've just like, walked the other way. Feeling a lot more like a survival animal, rather than a battle royale animal. Like a Kano, or a Utah. I'm enjoying this. I've truly lost count of how many days in game I'd been alive. And I'm still not an adult. There's definitely going to be some serious Rex on Rex violence. Like I did a little bit when I was a juvenile. I killed a couple little juveniles here and there, but nothing that was going to put me in any danger. I thought it was a raptor, so it's another Rex. I'm in too deep now. There will be a moment where I'm going to have to fight for my life, most likely against another Rex. So we'll see how it goes. Gotcha. But for now, I'm just a sub-adult living off the AI. And my Rex is, like, tripping. However, now that I was a sub-adult, I was messing around and worked out that I had an ambush speed. Just had to hit spacebar. How about that? Oh, there it is. See that? You gotta be kidding me. You've gotta be kidding me. Quite often the servers would crash, and every time it did, it would leave me terrified. And with a 30-man plus queue. Goddamn dibble. There we go, got the pin. Is he trapped? I just killed a dibble. I feel like he was trapped, maybe. Can I open him up? I didn't realise at the time, but developers had added in some AI dinosaurs again, and the Diabloceratops was one of them. I don't know, he was playing a bit weird. Two adult Rexes. Kind of terrifying. Well, are they adult or like 70% sort of thing? I don't want to be anywhere near them. They might not have actually been that much bigger than me, but they're still bigger, so I'm not going to risk that. It's crazy to think, but I'd been covered in this green algae ever since I was a juvenile. I tried to wash it off more than once, but it just didn't come off. But finally, when I tried the mud pile, it worked. Wait, I think I'd actually washed the algae off. Finally. I was so sick of seeing that algae. Finally, it was able to be washed off. I tried mud before, it didn't do anything, so they must have just fixed the bug. Oh, that actually makes me so happy. I was so sick of seeing that green. And what I'm meant to look like. Finally. Just covered in mud currently. Am I going to be able to go through there? Highly doubt it, but let's find out. You just never know. Oh, hang on. This one looks like it might be open. Turn night vision on so I can see a bit better. Or will I just come to a dead end? Man, isn't that a Jurassic Park feel? Can raptors and shit get in there? Yeah, they can. Oh yeah. And out we come to the other side. Nice. What a cool shortcut. I like it. I can hear someone here. They're biting something. To me, it didn't matter what else was inside this canyon. And because I was so hungry for action, I was going to ambush it. The Rex. See if I can catch him with my ambush. Not quite. He's gonna outrun me, I think. He is, he's gonna outrun me. I'm glad. I don't actually want to kill him. I feel terrible. He's a pretty big boy too, like a big sub. I mean a sub. I just wanted to knock him down, see what it'd actually be like. I figured if the other Rexes were close to my size, it'd be worth trying to fight. But if they were just tiny little fresh spawns... There you go, boys. Enjoy. Good luck. I did start to explore more, but I never really got that far. But even in that small space that I roamed, I noticed a lot had changed. There's like a lot less trees out here. A lot less. It's just open. I like it. I like it. My first Tyrannosaurus Rex on Gateway. It's not the life I expected, so far, but it is the life I lived. That's a little hipsy. Is that an actual player? Holy crap, I'm a long way away from Highlands. That's way over there, that mountain. That's where I want to be heading next, so... Bit of backtracking, because there was just nothing out there. Time to do some cross-country, really. Nice to see some life. There you go, I'll give him one call. There's some other adult Rexes out there. Jesus, they're kind of in the direction I'm heading to. Don't know how I feel about that. They just gave me a big heads up that they're out there. I was just showing off to the Pteranodons. Sometimes I would wander for days. And even with the server capped out with population, it was still quiet, as if there was no signs of life. Oh, come on, let me catch it. Just some more AI. I'm really not a fan of dinosaurs being AI. I personally would prefer it if they kept it to the modern animals. That way there's no confusion. Am I gonna eat that in one bite? Screw it, I'm too hungry. Gonna eat it. So there's AI Galley too. I was struggling to find any more AI in the Highlands, so I travelled back to my river. The one place where there was lots of food. However, when I got there, nothing. Anywhere. And I was getting desperate. I couldn't afford to die. Not here, not like this, not to starvation. Because the AI had been turned off or it was bugged out. Regardless. There's a Rex there. I have to eat him. Sorry bro, but I need to eat you. I could see the shadow of a Pteranodon hovering above, watching the chaos unfold. I'm too hungry. I have to go cannibal. I'm too hungry not to. I don't think the sub-adult ever had a plan. It was all just sheer panic. So I wonder, do you think a lion would do anything different? I have no choice. Let's see if I can open him up. Alright. We're gonna get some side effects now. I used to say it too often, but this is a game of survival. Too hungry not to. I was gonna bloody starve to death. I'll just have to deal with the muscle spasms. A new chapter in my Rex's life. A little unfortunate. Man, I just ate the whole body. That's not the first Tyrannosaurus I've killed. And it won't be the last. Is what it is. I feel bad, man. That guy would have been growing for like 6 hours plus. Because I've been at it for about 12. And I am currently 73%. And I'm now having muscle spasms. I'm a cannibal. It is what it is. Go for it, mate. Have a bit of Rex. It's almost as if the Valkyries had arrived to summon him home. I just heard a crocodile. Alright, I got my stamina back. See if I can eat this other bit too. Oh, another crocodile there. I'm gonna go do my mutation. Sit in this little cave. At 75% growth, I'd finally made it to adult, with my max bite force of 850. From here on out, it's all downhill as I slowly become an elder. Funny thing is my first fight was against like a couple little juvenile Rexes. Now I've grown up to kill a Rex and eat a Rex. I guess it was just its natural life cycle to become a cannibal. Like, it was just how it was meant to be. It's pretty unfortunate, but at the same time I don't mind. I just go with the flow of an animal's life. And this is what it turned out to be. Nice. That's the first AI I've seen in over an hour. Struggling to feed my Rex. That's a lot of devils. If they all turned on me being AI, I don't like seeing this. I'm not gonna lie. There we go. Cool pin though. He's fractured. Look at him. That's pretty cool. Oh, what's the charge do? If I hold it. That should knock him over, shouldn't it? Can I do damage with that move? Like, yeah, okay, so that does do damage. It's a good way for me to practice at least. Well, 1 minute I'm starving to death, next I'm as happy as I can be. Even got some spare meat. Crazy how the world works. It is crazy, and what happens next is even more crazy. And I'm lucky I survived it. Oh no, hacker. How'd that little dude do that much damage? That little Rex did an incredible amount of damage in 2 bites. Wow. The subadult Rex I battled earlier today didn't do that much damage. Very interesting. I might be wrong. That might just be a juvenile's damage. I could definitely be wrong, but that felt like 3 or 4 hits and he was going to kill me. And interesting. Someone let me know in the comments. Am I wrong? Because that was a fair bit of damage for a little juvenile Rex. I'm 9.4 tons. I rolled in the mud and tried to forget about it. But still. See, I still haven't recovered my health. That's how much damage that little rat actually did to me. If that got me, I would have been so angry. Knowing that this... Oh my god, it kills the games. Petrified a tiny little Pteranodon. It's going to come along and do the same thing. And I won't be able to, you know... I'll be able to defend myself against it. At least that one was on a Rex. Maybe that's just the Rex juvenile damage. I have no idea. It doesn't make sense. Bloody cheaters in this game. I mean, I suppose it doesn't matter what game it is. If it's online with PvP, people are going to cheat in it. People will use hacks like goddamn motherless bastards they are. The next day I found a bunch of juveniles. They were trying to eat from a deer, but it was in a dangerous spot. I dropped a deer for the juveniles, because the broadcast of another king echoed through the valley. There's the Rex. The little Tyrannosaurus that was following me. It's about to learn a hard lesson, or become traumatized. I feel like I do. I'm an adult male Rex, and dead ahead of me is another adult male Rex. One day I'll be too old to pick fights like this. But for now, well, here we go. Here we go. The only rules here that matter are these. What a Rex can do, and what a Rex can't do. The rules of nature imply that a Rex is not a cannibal. I had to fight one. I am. Just to see what Two Titans was like. Man, he put up a good fight too. I was starting to get a little worried. I ate the AI dibble that he hunted and killed. I then proceeded to remove his organs. Feed everybody some organs. Well, I'm going to eat him. The little Rex was still standing there, stunned at what it just witnessed. But soon it would, let's indulge, run away. I had no plans on wasting a single drop of this hunt, having the side effects, muscle spasms. She'll be fine. That little Rex would be so confused. He'd be like, this big Rex is eating another Rex. I don't think we're meant to do that. No, we're not. At 89% growth, I was actually past my peak, and on my way to becoming an elder. My bite force had dropped from 850 to 800. We both tried to pin each other multiple times, but that didn't work out. In other words, I'm now an old Rex, and getting weaker. Have a feed, little ones. Have a feed. Have a feed. They're like so confused. Little scavengers. They may as well. You know what they say in a Game of Thrones? A lion doesn't concern himself with the opinion of a sheep. I don't care for these small players eating. I'm not proud of what I've done. Give me those, baby, give me those. Yep, 762. I am losing bite force. Bunch of Cerratos. I wonder. Like a clan of hyenas sitting on a hill, these Cerratos watched as a lion feeds. Oh, there we go. That's the last bit of meat. I ate that entire Rex. I didn't even need to. Like, I just wanted to. I didn't want a single drop of him going to waste. Apart from that one little chunk there that's rotten. Me, the Pteranodons, the Trudon, we all had a good feed. He went out a worthy opponent. And I have the muscle spasms, I'm getting weaker, and I'm 92% growth. So, I want to sort of just get to 100% and see what happens now. A lot of other Rexes are going to have like 100 plus bite force on me. If they're just around that, in their peak life. It's all downhill from here. I like it. I think. Not sure. You've got to be kidding me. Well, I never got to test out how to replicate. I was around 95 to 98% growth. The server disconnected, or I did. One or the other. But when I logged back in, my Rex, it was gone.